So, Mark, you're telling me all I have to do is put on these glasses, this virtual reality headset, and I'm gonna be in the heart of nature? Really? Really? It's gonna feel so amazing? I don't believe you, Mark. Are you telling me that I'm gonna be able to breathe in that good ass prana, baby? No. I don't want to go into a virtual reality world to pretend to breathe in that good ass prana when I can do the real thing, Zuckerberg. Look at this. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You cannot do that in your metaverse. This is the heart of nature, Mark. You can't replace this. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, baby. It's beautiful to be in organic space, real trees, real air, real butterflies. But that's all about to change because Facebook said, you know what? We are changing our name to Meta, which means beyond, emanating from the Greek. And we are creating a metaverse where you won't even need to leave your house, Ralph, to go into the heart of nature, because all you'll have to do is put on these smart glasses and you will be there. Well, what if I don't want that? I prefer nature, Mark. Ain't nobody got time to go into the metaverse. Now it's kind of strange they changed the name from Facebook to Meta, which means beyond. And that's kind of narcissistic to say, hey, you know what? We are the metaverse. We are the new metaverse. I'm not against technology. I use technology. And it should be a servant to human beings, not a master. But someone sent me a message and they're like, Ralph, what do you think about the metaverse that Facebook, Meta, are creating, this virtual reality environment? And I said, okay, let me make a video on this because we got a whole lot to talk about. I told you this was coming. They want a world without you. Mark Zuckerberg said, we are a company that builds technology to connect people. And I said, wait a minute. Anytime I use your technology, I never feel connected, right? It should be more like we are a company that builds technology to control people. Two words came into my mind when I heard them announce the metaverse. Data collection. You see, this has been a plan in the works for a long time, and it's all about turning you, the human being, into an AI creation. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So I listened to the Mark Zuckerberg keynote about Meta, the metaverse, this virtual reality universe where anything is possible, except that real good ass prana. You cannot do that in the metaverse. You cannot, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. It's not happening. You see, there are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. This whole global pandemic, where you've seen people wearing face masks, living in lockdown, disconnected from who they truly are, is all part of moving human beings into the AI, the artificial intelligence, because so many people are disconnected from who they really are that they're like, hey, you know what? I feel more connected to the virtual world than the real world. And when I was watching the Mark Zuckerberg keynote about Meta, the Metaverse, he kept saying this: you're going to feel like you're really there. It's going to give you a feeling of presence. So you can have a Zoom conference call and it's going to be like you're actually in the room with these people. You're going to be making eye contact. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Even the cat down the road thinks that's a bit creepy. Now, I told you, they already showed you this was coming in all of the Hollywood movies. Demolition Man. We can go on. When you remind yourself, the metaverse that Meta want is all about them getting you into this virtual world, so you don't even need to leave your house. You can travel to Spain, Ethiopia, anywhere you want. They have something called teleportation, right, in the metaverse, where you can teleport to anywhere you want to go. Also, no more profiles. You can have these avatars, which are digital versions of who you are, and they mimic your actual facial expressions. Also, you have holograms. Let's just say you want to go to a concert. Your friends have gone and you didn't go, so you can just literally go to the concert as a hologram, and it's going to be like you're just there. Now, this is where social media is heading in the metaverse, in Meta. And what I feel about this is that you have to be very careful, because you want to ask yourself this question: who owns the metaverse? Because they are gonna use it with their own hidden agenda. For instance, they can say, in our virtual reality environment, you are not allowed to do X, Y, and Z. So they want to bring you in so they can lock you out. And that's what all of this technology is all about. The smartphones, the iPhones, which has the half-bitten apple, which is symbolic of leaving the garden and heading into the AI. Slow motion this side. They want a world without touch, no feeling. A world without smiles, no meaning. Now, it sounds cool when you listen to it, like, oh my gosh, you're telling me that all I have to do is put on these glasses and I'm gonna be there? But we got to remind ourselves, deep divers, Mother Nature has everything we need. All I need is the air that I breathe. All I need is the air that I breathe. But you have a force on this planet which cannot interact with the real world, so they have to create artificial worlds for them to live in. And as I see it, I'm gonna be staying in the real nature. I don't need to go into the metaverse to experience a synthetic version of this. I'm cool, because I'm a real being. Now, they boast that even education is gonna change, like you can have more interactive learning, because you're gonna be there, immersed in the experience itself. And I'm like, okay, cool. But you see, where is this heading? This is the great question we have to ask ourselves. And it suddenly clicked, the light bulb moment. Oh, I get it. They want to download your soul into the metaverse. Slow motion this side. They want to download your soul into the metaverse. You see, what's going to happen is that so many people are going to be in the metaverse, the artificial world, that they are going to forget about the real world. So what happens to the real world? So you're going to literally be seeing people who aren't even going to be seeing you because they're going to be plugged into a virtual reality. And the metaverse is the world they're going to trap you in while they actually occupy the real world and steal all of the resources. So this is gonna be another distraction on a whole new level because it's gonna feel real. And you're gonna trade this real life for that artificial life unless you are awake and aware. So as I see it, it's an eye-opener of what's coming. They plan things in advance. This is showing you that it's never been about connecting you. It's been about changing you into something else, into an AI version of who you are. Now, one thing Zuckerberg said in the keynote was, we need this. For this to happen, we need creators and developers. We can't do this without you. So how big the metaverse, their world they want to create, the artificial world, grows is dependent on how much you feed it, on how much attention you give to it, on how much of your energy you give to it. So I want to remind you, deep divers, we are the power. And we have a choice to make, to honor this real world and say it's beautiful. This is heaven on earth right here. Or we can trade it and go inside of their artificial metaverse, and our soul will be gone forever. I know what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to do a little samba, baby, in the heart of nature with real birds, real butterflies, real trees. Now, once again, we got to remind ourselves, deep divers, that there's always more to what the eye sees. There's always more than what the eye sees. And as I see it, this has been the great plan. Like everything you see happening has all been about getting you plugged into the AI. Ray Kurzweil, a futurist, director of engineering in Google, said by 2050, we would have reached the singularity, which is where artificial intelligence supersedes human intellect. They are replacing human beings with AI. 5G is needed for the metaverse. 5G is the only network that can handle the speed of where they want to take this thing. And that is the Internet of Things, where literally you no longer are interested in the real world because you're so plugged in to the artificial world. So I want to remind you, this world is beautiful. There's a reason why they've been destroying the rainforest, because they want to kill this natural world. So there's only a concrete jungle left. So you're like, hey, you know what? Well, I might as well get plugged into the metaverse because there are no trees anymore. They literally want to do that. So for me, I'm saying, hey, right now we got to become awake and aware to choose Mother Nature, Gaia, over their artificial world. A lot of people, as I've seen it already, are going to join that metaverse, and they're going to put on a lot of weight. They're going to be very unhealthy, because what happens when you're wearing those smart glasses for hours upon end, no exercise, 7-day vegan challenge. What are you going to be eating, by the way? Don't worry, you'll have virtual food. I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth, deep divers. But we have to remind ourselves, it's the same thing they're going to be doing with foods. They already have so many artificial foods, synthetic foods. What happened to the seeds inside of the grapes? Slow motion this side. It's hard to find grapes that have seeds inside of them. So the GMO foods is what they're trying to do with this meta universe, is to turn you into something artificial and to make sure that you enjoy the artificial world more than the real world. Zuckerberg said he wants to have like Horizon, which is going to be the new app, Horizon Home, and it's going to be your home space. And he said it's going to be more detailed and convincing than the real world. Go figure. It's going to be as detailed and convincing as the real world. So for me, deep divers, I know that our humanity is more important than their virtual insanity. But it's not about me making that choice for you. Remind yourself, if you don't connect with who you really are right now, someone else is going to own your soul. It's going to be downloaded into a virtual universe. And they're going to be able to track your every move, trace your every move. They're going to be able to censor you, what you can and can't say. There's going to be laws, guidelines, restrictions. So it sounds cool, but once again, as the metaverse grows, their artificial world, it's going to be a place where everything you do is monitored, tracked, and controlled. And you won't have any freedom left. This world is free. This is the world I'm staying in. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers, I'm breathing in that real good ass prana, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to all of you who have been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo! Who's connected to the real world, you want to model the clothing? Well, let me know why you have what it takes. Add me on Instagram, Deep Divers, for more daily inspiration at Ralph Smart, at official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat at Good Ass Prana, baby. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. They tried to keep us trapped in their metaverse. They forgot we were in the real world. And we weren't going to give it up. Remind yourself, we're living in very strange times where it's going to be hard to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. Therefore, we have to remind ourselves to stay grounded. We have to remind ourselves not to trade this real life for that fake life. I love all of you deep divers. I'm in the real world. I don't know about you. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You. Let me just make sure this is a real place. Wait a minute. I'm in the metaverse. Deep divers, I'm in them. No. I'm in the heart of nature. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace.